Hey, if you still think this is a Christian nation, or if it was, you're completely delusional. And if you think the media is just pseudo worldly, just kind of doing their thing, you need to open your eyes because here's a very deliberate and intentional message to the viewers. Obviously, America's turned its back on God wholesale, at enmity with God, very much enemies of God, from swearing in on books other than the Bible, instead of amen, a woman, and just the shenanigans that took place in DC in 2020, going into 2021. Um, but this little message here is pretty absurd to me and shocking. But most of you lukewarm believers, so to speak, lukewarm believers and carnal, spiritually dead individuals won't even make much of this because it won't be that big of a deal to you, and for good reason. Your eyes are still blind, and your spirit hasn't been born, so to speak, or regenerated for you to even understand the, I wouldn't say complexity, but the danger of worshiping a false god. We know that as idolatry. Okay, so check this out.
Receiver, Amon-Ra St. Brown.
A lot of guys you come across in the NFL are named after the ancient Egyptian god of sun, the sun god Amun.
And then there's Puka Nakua, who set rookie receiving records and receiving touchdowns.
So you notice
By the way, isn't that amazing?
this. You notice what he said. The sun god has shown us the light. The sun god has shown us the light. Jesus Christ himself is the light of the world. Bottom line, Jesus is the light of the world. All right? Not some false god. And I don't know if you've picked up on this over the last 3 years, but I would say over the last 3 years, there's been a lot more of that creeping into mainstream. And you'll see guys on the NFL shows, definitely NBA. They're the quickest sellouts, by the way. But you'll see them on some of their interviews or their pre-games or post-games. Look at their necklaces. Look on some of their gear, clothes, especially headgear. You'll see the symbolism, right? It's out in the open for you to see if you have eyes to see and ears to hear. Amen. So I'm just thankful for the Lord and his precious blood. But I wanted to make this point real quick and see if anybody else notices this kind of stuff.